Oh man, that game was hilarious. So the Flyers pick up a 6-5 win in a game where they were down 5-2 at one point. Came back, tied it late, scored in the shootout, and the ending was priceless. So to start off this game, the Bruins, they get one early. Bjork on a kind of a weird goal. Hart kind of overcommitted. Myers, bad turnover in the neutral zone, led to the goal. That made it 1-0. Then it was 2-0. Krejci on the power play. Around a minute and a half left, Hayes got one on the power play for the Flyers. Really nice pass from Konechny, down low to Hayes, and they actually scored on the power play. And it was weird because the left-handed player was in the spot for a one-timer, and it's kind of weird. It doesn't really, we haven't seen it in a while. Someone on the spot for a one-timer. Hayes was on actually the right wing wall, able to take a one-timer kind of down low, and that made it 2-1. Shots were 14-12 Boston, really where a period where Boston really dominated, but it was actually didn't really seem as it wasn't as close as the numbers showed it to be. And the Flyers were now only down 2-1. Then going into the period, Pastrnak scored 30 seconds in. Sanheim scored 39 seconds later. That made it 3-2. Coyle scored to make it 4-2, and then Krejci scored to make it 5-2. And then really the Flyers were just bad turnovers in their own zone. They couldn't get the puck out. They were just staggering. They weren't really doing anything. And then Flyers get 2 goals pretty quick. It was Couturier on a weird goal that he didn't even really shoot. Kind of just rolled right into the net. That made it 5-3. And then Butterman picked up his first NHL goal on a shot from Friedman that went off the Bruins defenseman in front, off of Butterman's leg, then off another Bruins defenseman, and in the net. That made it 5-4. Third period, the Flyers were really pressing. They had a lot of different chances. Van Riemsdyk had a grade A chance, and it looked like Halak either got a piece of it or it just completely went wide, but it was a really nice chance on the backhand. Didn't go. A couple minutes later, Sanheim ties it for the Flyers 5-5. Sanheim had 2 goals. I thought he had a really good game. As for other guys going into this, I thought Friedman had a good game. He got a point and an assist on the Butterman goal. Obviously, Butterman, he got his first initial goal. I thought he had a pretty good game. Jake Voracek, Konechny, Kevin Hayes, Drew. Van Riemsdyk. Drew and Van Riemsdyk were due to get a goal. It was just obvious. Both of them were all over it. I thought they both had a pretty good amount of chances. I thought Konechny had a good game. But defensively, early on, the Flyers were struggling. They were just really... The Bruins were pouncing on the loose pucks, and they were winning so many 50-50 battles in the first period, second, and even the third period. They had the Flyers hemmed in their own zone for a few minutes in each period. That's really what's going to happen against a team like that. When Boston... They're a top team in the league, but going into this overtime, I believe the Bruins were 4-6 in overtime, and the Flyers actually were like 3-1 or something like that. And so the Bruins really weren't that good. But in the shootout, they were 0-6 coming into it, and the Flyers won 6-5 in the shootout. Konechny got the game-winning goal, and then one of the funniest things I've honestly ever seen. So Marchand, the puck's hit the red line, usually how it usually starts. Marchand overskated the puck, barely tipped it with his stick, and it went forward. It didn't even look like an inch. No goal. Called it no goal, and the Flyers won the game. It was a great game. To me, it was easily one of the best games it was probably one of the best games all year. The Flyers didn't really deserve the win. They were able to come back, fight through it. They're playing a good team. Now they've beaten Boston twice this year in the shootout. But there weren't like the later stages of the game, there were positives, definitely. They were really starting to play better in the offensive zone, starting to cycle it more, get more shots generated from the point, and they had bodies in front of the net. But early on, they were struggling defensively. They had a couple turnovers at the blue line. One of the turnovers from Myers was just a clear-cut pass right to Bjork, and he ended up scoring the goal. And then after that, they really still continued to have a lot of turnovers in their own zone. So I think, they got the Blues on Wednesday, and that's going to be a tough one. I think if they can tighten up defensively, still play the same offensive game. I thought they were really good offensively. As I said, the shots were 14-12. I didn't even think it was that. I thought they were maybe like 14 to 8 or 9, something like that. It didn't look like the Flyers had that many shots, but they did. But again, it was good to see them get to me, it wasn't even about getting the win. It was just when they were down 5-2, I was like, all right, if they can tie this and get a point, I'll be happy. To get a win like that, where it's ending like that and everything, that's a good win, and I'll take that any day. So, the Flyers, as I said, they got the Blues, then they got the Canadiens on Thursday. That'll be a pretty good game. I'm hoping for a win out of that one, and then they got the Kings on Saturday night. So, my podcast, my articles, those links are on my channel. Hope you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.